Our next problem is, for the reaction shown, calculate how many grams of each product form when the given amount of each reactant completely reacts. Assume there is more than enough of the other reactant. Here we have our complete balanced chemical equation that we're going to use for our mole ratios. So the first part, it gives us 4.7 grams of aluminum. So how many grams of both products are formed? So let's start with the first one. We always start with what we're given, which is the 4.7 grams of aluminum times. Now, in order to use our mole-to-mole ratios in our chemical equation, we need to convert grams of aluminum into moles of aluminum. Now, if you look at the periodic table, you will see that 1 mole of aluminum is equal to 26.98 grams of aluminum. So you have 1 mole of aluminum over 26.98 grams of aluminum. Okay, our grams of aluminum cancels out, and now we're left with moles of aluminum. So let's compare the moles of aluminum to our first product. So we have 2 moles of aluminum for every 1 mole of product. Moles of aluminum cancels out, times. Now we need to convert our moles of our first product into grams. Now to do this, we need to find the formula mass. So we use the formula mass equation. So aluminum has a mass of 26.98 grams. So we do 2 times 26.98 plus 3 times 16, which is 101.96. So we have 101.96 grams of our first product here in 1 mole. Our moles cancels out and we're left with grams. So now we enter this into our calculator. We have 4.7 times 101.96, hit enter on your calculator, divided by 26.98, hit enter on your calculator, divided by 2, hit enter on your calculator. And you should get 8.9 grams of our first product. Now the answer isn't 2 sig fig since the given information in the problem is 2 sig figs. Now we have determined the number of grams of our first product. Now let's figure out the number of grams of our second product. So we always start with what we are given, which is the 4.7 grams of aluminum times. Now same as before, we need to convert this to moles. So 1 mole is equal to 26.98 grams times. Now in this case, there is 2 moles of aluminum for every 2 moles of Fe. Moles of aluminum cancels out, times. Now we need to find the mass of Fe using the periodic table. And we have 55.85 grams per mole. So we have 1 mole is equal to 55.85 grams. Okay, so our moles cancels out and we're left with grams. Now we enter this into our calculator. 4.7 times 2 times 55.85, enter, divided by 26.98, hit enter, divided by 2, hit enter again, and we should get 9.7 grams of Fe. Now same as before, we know this is 2 sig figs because the given information for part A is in 2 sig figs.